Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 15 of Civilization 5 as Korea. It's been a quiet last few episodes. We haven't really been at war with anybody, although we have been bribing some people to go to war with each other. At the moment, I'm just trying to just sort of build up my my civilization a little bit, trying to forge some alliances where we can, build up my cities. We may well just go for a science victory. To be quite honest, I've only played a couple of games on Emperor difficulty, and even though I've lost all but one, and the one that I did lose doesn't technically count because I'm still convinced that the game just glitched, and we were only literally 4 or 5 turns from winning legitimately with a spaceship victory, but the AI just beat me to it. But for some reason the game decided that I don't know why. For some reason, somebody else, I think it was Arabia. Arabia seemed to have built the last spaceship part, but it didn't count as a win for them, so I don't really know why. Can't steal from Persia because we eclipsed them. I really don't know who else we might be able to steal from. Morocco's stealing from me, so he's probably not all that high up. I guess we could go and try and rig some elections. I might even send this spy to Bogota in that case. So let's move you, and we'll actually concentrate on city-states a little bit more then. Let's go over to you. And if no one's going to make friends with us, I might just start stealing from the likes of France. We've finished the zoo in Busan. Let's go and work on your public school, and then we'll work on observatories. We want to get well, we'll queue that up. We want observatories everywhere. Great Prophet, you can't move anymore. Architecture's been stolen from Seoul. Somewhere demands crab. Daegu demands crabs, which is fantastic because we are literally about to get crab. So they'll get a burst of growth from the next turn. Don't have any alliances with any city-states at the moment. I'm still way out ahead on score. I did somehow managed to accidentally open borders with France because I wasn't looking what I was doing. I wonder though if they would actually consider a declaration of friendship now that we have open borders. Maybe that was the one last modifier needed to actually convince those guys to have a declaration of friendship. I probably won't be able to. Yeah, he actually quite likes me. Discuss declaration of friendship. No, he still won't do it, and I don't know why. The AI is more than happy to offer you a declaration of friendship, and then on the next turn come cap in hand and ask for some free money. But at the moment, doesn't seem all that interested. We're going to go to Bogota because they want my religion. We have got our spy in there, so we'll do what we can. Let's see if we can get a better trade route. Actually, trade route overview. The best trade route that we have available. Let's look in terms of money. Is actually Daegu to Krakaurum. Okay then, let's go ahead and do that. That's a fair bit of money actually, and we'll be putting some science out to Mongolia, but we'll also be getting a little back. I may actually just go for a research agreement with Mongolia. Like I said, they are at the bottom of the science pool, which isn't great for the research agreement, but bear in mind we are Korea and we do have the porcelain tower. And we're also going to get massive boost in science now because we can build all of these public schools. We can build observatories, which count as a science building. So we should get massive amounts of science. Let's see if we can actually get a friendship declaration with Genghis Khan. We might not. Yeah, even he won't do it. Wow, if Genghis Khan won't be friends with me, I've obviously pressed the wrong button somewhere in this campaign. Do we want to get a mine up here? There's a lot of tiles that just aren't really worth upgrading at this point. I guess that could be a mine. That'll give us a bit more production. Haven't seen the barbarians around for a while. I mean, there's still a couple of places where they could spawn. We haven't uncovered everywhere on the map, but for the most part, they seem to be leaving us alone. We are continuing with this road, so let us continue with this road. Now we can drop you there, and then on the next turn we can pop the religion. That'll be the last use of the prophet. They've already got a religion there. But we should still be able to flip them over. They've got gold as well. We're good on happiness though now, up to 14 happiness, so thankfully that's completed. When I get this great scientist, I'll probably keep him, because we're now building a lot of public schools and observatories. We should get a decent amount of science from him after a few turns. Let's go ahead and spread the religion here. Was it enough? Ooh, not quite. We might have to do something else with those, or send a trade route to them or something. Assign delegates. Well, World's Fair is definitely going to pass. Darius is being a douche. Let's go and vote against his world religion and commit delegates. Maybe the AI will start coming to me when they want to start getting research agreements. I mean, I am the tech leader, and probably by a long shot right now. I'm not using info addicts, of course, so I can't see the exact number of techs, but there are certain levels of information that you can gain from other civilizations. Say, for example, oh wow, World's Fair fails. Who would vote against the World's Fair? Persia actually voted nay against the World's Fair. And they didn't use their votes to vote for their world religion. Why would you vote against World's Fair? At least it means that I can go and sort of try and choose it again. But that seems really, really petty. Zhenju has grown. 15 turns until new growth. That's not a bad tile to work. So we'll stay on it. That was really, really petty. I can't believe they did that. Yeah, so as I was saying, because we're building so many science buildings, our science output should improve greatly. So it's definitely going to be worth hanging on to the great scientist. Oh yeah, if you want to find out, without info addicts, the difference in science between you and a neighbour, providing you have the ability to trade with them, if you actually go and have a look at a trade route between you and the nation that you want to trade, so let's say we want to see France's tech, so find a trade route on the overview, or on the trade routes available between yourself and that country, or that civilization. Obviously, you might find some that are out of reach that you can't trade with, but look at France, for example. Mouse over the science, and you can actually see the science gain, and it will tell you have discovered 4 technologies that Napoleon doesn't know. And they are receiving 0 science on this route due to their cultural influence over you. So basically, we are 4 techs ahead. You might sometimes find that it might say 6 sciences that they don't, and they know 2 that you don't, which will mean that you're 4 ahead. I think France is the only one that I can reach with a land route. Oh, I could with Mongolia. So we have 7 techs that Genghis doesn't know. They don't have any that we are. So we're 7 techs ahead of Mongolia. We're 4 techs ahead of France. I don't know who's in second place. And that is the good thing with Info Addict, is Info Addict will allow you to see the exact numbers of techs. It doesn't show you which exact techs each civilization has, but it does show you the exact number. The thing I don't like about using that mod, there's 2 reasons. First of all, it installs as a mod and you can't get like Steam achievements and stuff, and that might not be something you're bothered about. If you're not bothered about Steam achievements, then who cares? But I'd quite like to get them. I should really be selling some of this iron and horses, actually. That might help out. But also, it does give you access to information that you wouldn't normally be able to get from the game. So yes, you can find out how many techs you are ahead, but sometimes the information that it gives you for all the civs and what order they're in and exactly how much science output each civ has got and stuff like that, and army strength and stuff, that's all stuff you wouldn't normally have access to. So I don't really like it because it feels a little bit like cheating. Are you willing to possibly, maybe, buy any iron? Because you don't have a lot, do you? 4 iron for, what is it, 135, 270? I think it should be 270. Well, 270 in total. I can't remember how much gold per turn it is. Is it 35? I'm just going to work my way down because I can't remember what the number is. It's probably going to be something like 9, isn't it? Yeah, 8. I'm just being lazy and I can't be bothered to do the math. Well, that wasn't a great deal, but I'm just trying to get some trades going. I've got plenty of iron, and I'm just trying to get some trades going because it might make them more willing to do a declaration of friendship. It doesn't look like anybody else wants anything, so that's kind of pointless. Okay. Right, so let's carry on. Go on to the next turn. I must admit, I have so much trouble these days getting declarations of friendship with people. It really didn't help that France took Tiwanaku in the peace deal. So they the Incas, if you missed the earlier videos, then go back and watch them. But basically, just as a recap, the Incans had 3 cities. I got France to declare war on the Incans to keep them busy when I attacked Cusco. France managed to capture Machu, and then they peaced out and took Tiwanaku in the peace deal, which meant the Incans only had Cusco left. So I took Cusco, which meant not only did I take their capital, which gives you a stupid amount of warmonger points anyway, but I also ended up removing them from the game. There might be an option later if France goes to war with me where we can liberate Tiwanaku and bring the Incans back into the game, and that would help alleviate some of that issue, but it wouldn't be terrible. Really annoyed that we didn't manage to flip the religion there. How much are France ahead of us? 54. I could just throw money at them, but I really don't feel the need to. There's actually quite a few city-states that do have... I mean, like, who have we got here? Samarkand doesn't actually have an ally at the moment, and they have a quest for gold. So we could go ahead and just throw a lot of gold at them, like that. And that gives us jewellery. Look at our happiness now. Actually might get a golden age sometime before the end of the game. You guys just carry on, go around building farms because they might be useful later on. 1, 2, 3. We could also go and build a quarry on that stone. We definitely should do that after the farm. Cargo ship. You were going to there. Why can't you... Right, let us transfer you to Busan, and then you can go from Busan, hopefully... I don't know if they'll be able to reach Bogota, but we'll give it a try. If they can, it'll be fantastic, because it means we'll be able to put religious pressure on them. If not, we might have to try it with the caravan. We'll see what happens. I could have just checked on the trade route overview, actually, and seen if there was a route close enough, but it'll do. We are 4 turns away from completing the castle at Cusco. It's still puppeted. I will probably annex it at some point, but right now it is not required. There we go. Zhenju loves the king. Seoul has grown. What tile are you working now? You're not stagnating, which is good. You're actually working a full-on production tile. I'm happy with that, actually, because we've got a lot of stuff to build here. 3 turns away from the public school. Can't build an observatory because you're not close enough to a mountain, but you should probably... well, there's no reason why you shouldn't grab the Grand Temple. No reason at all. Cargo ship. You... cannot reach, which is a shame. Well, we can still put our religion down onto Samarkand, and you know, it might help it spread around. This is the worker that's working on the road, so we've got 1 more tile that we need to do there, and the road's complete. I also should start thinking about upgrading some of these units, actually. I don't know if I'll upgrade the crossbow straight away. The one upgrade that I'm never really in a rush to do is upgrading crossbows, because bowmen, composite bows and crossbows all have a range of 2. And the moment you upgrade a crossbow into a Gatling gun, its range goes down to 1, which is pretty bad for a ranged unit only having a range of 1. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. If you've managed to get them enough promotions to give them the +1 range, then they'll still have 2 range as a Gatling gun. Or if you started off as England and you've got longbowmen, because longbowmen have a range of 2 and they start with the +1 range promotion. So they actually have a total range of 3. And when you upgrade them to a Gatling gun, they still have the +1 promotion, giving them a total range of 2. Let's go ahead and upgrade that Huacha, which I think is the only one I've got. But it's not going to be all that useful anymore. They're useful early game, but not terribly. You're going to build the last section of road. Cargo ship, where are we going to send you? You were going to Colombo previously. Let's keep you on Bratislava and just try and spread our religion, because it might propagate out. 5 turns away from that great scientist, which will be useful. And we'll have industrialization at the end of the next 2 turns as well. I like how it's going. Things aren't going too bad. Kaisel has a new ally. Don't think it was me. I'm actually allied with one city-state and got 2 that are very happy. Zurich quite likes me, and they actually have a mission for gold right now. Nobody's allied with them. They have Wales. So let's go ahead and do that. Fantastic. That's 2 city-state allies. Now you're a maritime city-state anyway, so I'm not too bothered about you. You can just go back to sleep. I should have just put you on alert actually, but I don't really need you right now. That took a long time to build that trading post there, or whatever it was you were doing. Yeah, you want to trade with me, but you don't want to give me a fair deal, do you? And you're guarded the last time I checked. No, well, we'll check that later. Does Cusco actually have Machu Picchu? No, it doesn't. They were working on it, though. Look, I've just noticed. They were actually part way through working on Machu Picchu. Who does have Machu Picchu? Sure, somebody did. Okay, let's check this again. Okay, I'm not seeing Machu Picchu anywhere in the list. Do I have Machu Picchu? It doesn't say I have Machu Picchu there, does it? No. Why wouldn't you let me move between cities, you annoying game? Colossus. Circus Maximus. Nothing in Daegu. Okay, I am completely confused, because apparently nobody has Machu Picchu. It was halfway through being built. They didn't complete it, so if it's not here in this city, then somebody else should be able to build it. I don't have the option to build it. Might that be in the wrong city? Do we actually have a city within 2 tiles of a mountain? Yes, Busan is within 2 tiles of a mountain. But no, it's not there. So somebody must have already built it, but it's not saying anybody has it. Unless it's been built in a city that I can't see, but I don't know, I'm just confused now. I'm assuming we didn't get any coal, because I didn't see a pop-up for it. We could go into electricity and see if we've got any aluminium. But I think I want to grab archaeology first, and then go into biology for oil, because we can get hospitals then. Food will help. Yeah, we did get some coal. We've got some coal down here next to Daegu. Got some coal up here next to Cusco. They're the only 2 sources that we have. That's fine. You can go and start working on that coal then. On to the next turn. You're willing to give me the full 7 gold per turn for it, so fine, let's go ahead and do that. That's really strange that. Nobody apparently has that wonder. As far as I'm aware, there isn't any way to destroy a wonder unless you actually physically sell it. That's the only city they could have had the wonder in, because Tier 1 Aku isn't within 2 tiles of a mountain. Technically, well, even though wonders count as a mountain, they only count as a mountain for observatories. They don't count as a mountain for Machu Picchu or Neuschwanstein. So the only city he could have built it in is Cusco. And you can see that he definitely started to build there. So even if we assume that he hasn't finished it, unless somebody else has built it, it should still be buildable. Somebody must have built it by now, I just don't know who. Just cannot tell who has it. If it's anyone, I guess it's probably Morocco or Stonehenge, Taj Mahal, Great Mosque of Jen, Petra, Forbidden Palace, Temple of Artemis, Uffizi, Bora Bora. I guess this is just going to give me the same information that it gives me in global politics. It's just really, really weird. Morocco's still stealing from me. My defensive spy isn't very good, is he? Let's go on to the next step. Nappy, are you willing to actually have a declaration of friendship yet? No. Can't believe how difficult it's been to get these declarations of friendship. It's always risky going to early war in this game, although you've really got to do it sometimes because you have to slow them down. I think we might just go and see if we can get a science victory, because where we are at the moment, we're quite isolated, and I don't think we're going to have too much of a trouble being attacked unless France decide they want to get a little bit fresh with me. So I think we're just going to sort of stay here. I might even consider settling another city up here just to grab the wine. And we'd have bison and horses, and we'd have fish, so it wouldn't be a terrible city. Also have another source of iron. Of course, we don't know, there could be aluminium or uranium or oil around here as well, so it may well be worth doing it. I just don't know if we need to, so it might be a little bit of a risk. You guys can go over here and work on this coal. And we get a few factories done then. Is that road finished? Yeah, that's connected up now. Which means I don't have a lot of jobs for you to do. Which is interesting. These sheep are out of range, so there's no need to worry about those. I guess we could do something with that tile, make it into a farm or something. On to the next turn. We'll do this one last turn and then we'll end the video there. 30 happiness, which is absolutely great. Going to get a great scientist at the end of this turn as well. I see that Napoleon is no longer friendly. Covets lands that I currently own. Yeah, he's going to turn, so he's a big time backstabber. He's most likely going to turn at some point. Oh well. It kind of makes getting the porcelain tower a little bit redundant. Because if we can't get declarations of friendship with anybody, we can't get research agreements. Really, really surprised. But we'll carry on and we'll do what we can do. You guys are going to build a mine. What is the current tile improvement there? It is a lumber mill. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Having the coal is far more important than having a lumber mill. You guys have finished that. Guess you could do something with that. Probably a trading post. It doesn't seem like a terrible idea. Kepler. We will keep you around for a little while. Let's just sleep you in the city until we need you. And that's pretty much all we can do on this video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization 5. If any of you have got the slightest clue about what's going on with Machu Picchu in this game, by all means let me know in the comments. And I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.